police us. Because the activities of our politicians is becoming unbearable. But what is really exciting is the debate surrounding our nation. We're going to be free. Is that we're going to reform the judiciary or we're going to need external help? Very good morning to you guys. It's a weekly bulletin on the African Renaissance Television. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. Just say, let us get on with it. Oh, I have a pullover for the show. I remember I forgot to wear it. And it's going to be freezing in the studio. But I think I can survive the next 1 hour with you guys. And as we take a look at what has happened. What is Weekly Bulletin? This is the show where we take a look at all that has happened within the week. What is really at stake in the country. And why we should learn some lesson from history. So today I may want to go back to the part nobody wants to listen to, or to the ugly past. Let me use the word. Painful as it may be, I think it's important we understand this today. And if we can do that, maybe we will learn. And maybe we will not. Maybe this is the deciding moment for Nigeria. Because, like I said yesterday, if today of all day or yesterday of all day is the day the Nigerian government choose to sentence Kanu to life imprisonment, there must be some big wisdom behind it. That is beyond me. You see, and I remember yesterday in one of my presentations, as I was trying to argue, I only warn us that as you are now justifying so many things, that thing you are justifying may not be correct to others. Let me use the right word. One man terrorist might actually be another man freedom fighter. And I really want us to put that in mind. You see, one man terrorist might be another man freedom fighter. Not because the person is right. There are so many things that happened to me in the past few years that I decided not to react to. It's not because I think they are right. Because I just think, okay, where am I going with this set of human beings? It's better I ignore. Because good will always reign over evil. That I know at the end. It doesn't make me weak. It makes me stronger, really. And that is what I want us to take note of today on this weekly bulletin. Nigeria, this is a difficult moment. For me to be able to talk about what is going on, don't forget that the killings in the country has not actually stopped. The killing is still alive. So whoever that is killing us is really even more angry now that Donald Trump said is coming to wipe them. Now, there are only two reasons for this. Either the people are actually inviting Donald Trump now by saying, yes, we will continue to kill until you come, or they are in defiance that Donald Trump, you can't do nothing. Either ways, I think Donald Trump will need the American troop on ground, unfortunately. Because Tinubu or this current government has been so frustrated. Let me use the right word, because I don't think they know what to do and they are not doing it. If they do, that'll be up to them. Though that's not a subject of debate, because some people are convinced that the government knows what to do. Well, I wouldn't want to go along that line for the purpose I'm on a national broadcast, so I will be more civil and more. To be fair to myself too, I'm trying to be more sympathetic with the government. The killings is now and now. Not only the people that are now kidnapped in Kebbi State, there is a new fresh attack in Niger State. I won't be surprised if there will be another one tomorrow and next. How long can we continue along this path? Now, while we are looking at the killings, I have always tried to look at the causes. The cause is a little bit multifaceted. It's more than one. And as we look at it, everybody will come with his own debate. The reason why I am careful, and I have been really, really careful, even when I get really provoked by the activities of the Boko Haram, I only put one word to you today. You might not like it. It might not be what you want to hear. Now, it might not be correct too. But bro, one man freedom fighter is another man's terrorist. And when I argue this issue, I want to take it back to the days of Nelson Mandela. And I remember I talked about this at length yesterday. And all the thing that interests me most, as a student of history, is the very language Nelson Mandela used. He said he's talking about his lifetime, that he has fought a system. He has fought against the black denomination. He has fought against white denomination. Sorry, I don't know where this word denomination is coming from, because that's what we have in Nigeria. And I'm going to use this for myself today. So I'm going to use Nelson Mandela's very speech. I'm going to use it for myself. So during my broadcast, I have dedicated myself to the struggle of the Nigerian people. That's the truth. I have fought against Muslim domination. And I've also fought against Christian domination. I am looking at a society that has equal opportunity, where you can live anywhere and enjoy yourself as a Nigerian. That's an idea I think everybody should live for. And if need be, it's nothing wrong if you die for that. But today, I want to go back to history of Nigeria and ask you today, where you are here with me, whether our heroes, they died in vain. Now, I like this man's name. The first person I want to share with you is, do you know the history of secessionists in Nigeria? It did not start with Ojukwu. It did not start with Ojukwu. So from Ojukwu now comes Kanu, that we are sentencing today. In just 60 years of our existence, let me remember one man. I add this image to this so that I can as we were talking yesterday, somebody just reminded me that, oh, we forgot this man, Abacha. I said, no, Abacha shit the smell, not verse. You understand? And we're gonna, maybe history will remember us, that we're living in a country where people forget this easily. When I use the word easily, I pray, I'm trying to get one image. The image of this man, we need it on the show this morning, please. Yes, I got one. Very, very good. You see, Nigerians, I want us to go back. And so when we are trying to address this issue, I thought I was going to talk about the United States of Nigeria today, maybe next week, because the trouble on ground is too difficult for me to address. But that's where I'm still going to end up. But let's take a look at Nelson Mandela, as we give Nelson Mandela credit, so that whether we can learn from Nelson Mandela. Because the last time I checked, Nelson Mandela was a terrorist to very many people. But he was actually, for me, he was fighting for the freedom of the black people, which at the end became the freedom for all. So if we take a look, and if you listen to Nelson Mandela carefully, when he even came back from prison, when America were against him that for taking side with the Palestinians and Gaddafi, he made it abundantly clear that in his time of his struggle, it was Gaddafi and Arafat that were behind him. Now, if those people are your enemy, they don't have to be my enemy. Or if they are your enemies, they cannot be my enemy. And we want to be careful. This show is not one of those shows that you really want to watch like a young boy. You want to watch it with matured mind and a little bit of open mind. Like I said, on this show, many people have accused me, why am I always attacking the Christians? I've often attacked them because of the way they misguided the religion. How they use it to take money from the innocent people, which is killing in my book. It's another genocide, if you read my book carefully. It's another act of genocide. Because when you take the money the person used to the money for education, for every healthcare, you've killed them indirectly. You might not know. Because you pastor that is on Sunday waiting to collect money from people. I don't want to go too deep into this. I'm just trying to explain that. If you collect money, the little money they will use to treat themselves, and as at the time they need money to treat themselves, they don't have money, and you're not even there to support them. And you said you have prayed for them, you've actually killed them. That's genocide. That's something you might not want to agree. So I said there is genocide in many ways in Nigeria. The chairmen of all our political looters, those people in government offices looting our treasury, they are the biggest genocide. Now there come Boko Haram. Being misguided by the same Islam, I don't understand where they got that from. Because the Muslim religion, as I see them, and I'm being sincere with myself, if I really sincerely believe that the Muslims is preaching violence, I will say it. But I have not. The people, the fellow Muslims I've dealt with, they seem to be very calm. Though their belief is solid, which I can see too among Christians, if you're sincere with yourself. There are some Christians who are core. You want to read about the Jehovah's Witness? They are reading the same Bible. If I tell you the discrimination that happened within the Jehovah's Witness and a particular family, they call themselves Jehovah's Witness. What they did, this is when religion is misguided. I'm sorry. We're going through that. But I ask myself, am I angry with the Jehovah's Witness? No. Is it not their belief? Yes. How does it affect me? Only when it affects society, that is when I raise issues. If you practice it within yourself and you don't cause discrimination or cause all kind of havoc or genocide, you're cool with it. So let us, I know at this difficult time, it is difficult to say, let us listen to one another, but that is the only way out. You know why? Let me go back to the history of Nigeria. Let me share this beautiful image with you. Because what is happening today was what happened as at the time I was born. I was born in 1967. I was like the birth of the war in Nigeria. That was my birthday. May precisely. That is when the guns, the bombs were being dropped here and there. So I'm a child of history. And for those of you young people who might not be aware of this, these people you see here were killed during the first military coup. Akintola Okotiebo killed. Okotiebo was our finance minister then, from our area. Now, listen, people, listen, because we are going to be guilty today. And I want everybody to take this in, not to be offended by what I'm going to say. But when I finish this broadcast, you're going to see that nobody in this country is actually can claim innocence. Not the Igbo, not the Hausas, not the Ijos, not the Robo man. Who are you that is innocent? The blood of the Nigerian state is on you. So let us be careful what we do. And I'm going to be brutal. Now, I just want to drop the image of the first military coup in Nigeria. And this is the outcome. Now, what was the reason behind the coup? If you listen to me carefully, the reason behind this coup is what we are seeing now. Awolowo was then for the Yorubas. Nnamdi Kanu was then for the Igbos. Tafawa Balewa was from the north, the Hausas, let me put it that way. These were the three key players. The rest were subordinate. You know, like Akintola, Okotiebo was just somebody, of course, they got oil from my place. So They use him. What I want to say is this. The same anger that say people want to go, we want to go, we want to separate, we want to go, we want to separate. It was that politics of division that prompted the first coup in Nigeria. You might not agree with me. That's my take on it. Why did they actually go for the first coup? These are people that studied in abroad. They came back to Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu studied in America. He was like the father of them all. Awolowo studied the same way. Nkrumah was more of a leader than them, these three guys. Because Nkrumah did not preach. You see the two differences. Nkrumah came back and was fighting for the United States of Africa. And whether these people, they came home and they were fighting for a divided Nigeria. I don't know whether you get this. They were all products of the United States. They saw what Marcus Garvey did in the United States. They came back home to free their own people. When they came, they were able to ask the British to leave. The British, they left. And these three people were in charge. I don't want to bring their images today. Awolowo was there. Nnamdi Kanu was there. Tafawa Balewa was there. All they did, yes, let's talk about it. Yes, they were growing their own economy. The Yoruba man was controlling his own economy. The Igbo man was controlling his own economy. And the Hausa man was controlling their own economy. Don't forget, as at this time now, we've discovered oil. Listen carefully. As at this time, Nigeria has discovered oil, because oil was discovered in 1956, just before the British left. Just before. So we're very rich. As at the time we got independent, but the riches were coming no more from, let's get it first. Before the coup, or before independent, but before the discovery of oil, they had the granite pyramid. They were very rich in agriculture. Now, the Yoruba were good in cocoa. Well, in fact, my grandfather was in Akure. He went there to, those people that sojourned in those days, to go and plant cocoa farm. Talking about my grandfather, Obatito. So the Yorubas were known for that. The Igbos were known for what they do. Also, farming were part of it, of what they do. And of course, they were good in trade. The country was again divided. What they do then is they just call the North and the South. So we couldn't differentiate between the Yoruba man and the Igbo man, because sometimes you Igbo and Yoruba, you claim to be one. You are not one. The so-called South, you are Southing now. There's no South. If Nigeria break today, the next battle will be between the Yoruba man and the Igbo man. So when you say you are talking of South, I don't know which South you're talking about. Let's mind our language. Anyway, I'm talking about Nigeria. I'm going to be faithful to the country Nigeria. I'm not faithful to anybody today. Now, why did the boys in the military struck? That's the question. These three guys were so divided. I'm talking of Nnamdi Kanu. I don't want to bring your pictures. Awolowo, they praise all of you today. None of you is in my good book. Tafawa Balewa, none of the three of you are in my good book. You know why? As at the time, that was a golden opportunity for us to have formed the United States of Africa. As much as Nkrumah of Ghana was fighting, what did you do? Yeah, the day Nkrumah got independent, you have not gotten independent. He said that the independence of the Gold Coast is meaningless until the rest of the West African coast has been liberated. Is that true or not? Then you are not free. Let's clap for Dr. Nkrumah of Ghana, man. That shameful activities is still what we are doing today. I'm going to bring it here, but let me tell you history first. Tafawa Balewa, Nnamdi Kanu, Awolowo, they were secessionists in their own right. It was too much. It was too much for the boys in the khaki to take. Aguiyi Ironsi, an Igbo man. Let's mind the language. Aguiyi Ironsi, an Igbo man, overtook with his boys. They plotted a coup. They said, this is going to destroy the beautiful country called Nigeria. They took over the government. So if you ask me, why did these boys came in? The first military coup, it was not out of hunger because we were not poor then. We were very rich. It was the fight of tribalism. The country was so divided. Aguiyi Ironsi, an Igbo man, was a nationalist. Now, this is different. For those of you that don't like him, he is actually my hero. He was a nationalist. He said, no, no, you can't divide this beautiful land. Let's stick together. We should be listening to Nkrumah. Meanwhile, I'm coming though. Do you know Nkrumah, Ghana was actually doing more of a leadership role for all of them. Because when the house is divided as big as you are, you become a child, you cry to the baby. You haven't seen two parents fighting. When they fight, sometimes they begin to judge their case to the children. That's when you know you have failed. When parents now call on children to settle their matter, you know you have failed. It does happen in family. That's what happened there. Aguiyi Ironsi struck. Now, why were the people angry? Aguiyi Ironsi didn't do anything wrong, other than in the course of the coup, they planned to kill the leaders who were causing the trouble. This was it. So they went to the north. Look at what they did. Tafawa Balewa killed. Saduna killed. Akintola killed. Okotebo killed. Nnamdi Kanu was not killed. I want you to listen, all my people. Because we're wiping these people. Awolowo was still there. But these are the people that are causing the trouble. Why is Nnamdi Kanu still there? So the North were angry. The North were angry. So, you guys plot a coup and you kill only our own people. What happened to your own? That was why Gowon led another coup that took over and they killed Aguiyi Ironsi. So let us understand the history of Nigeria. So the division we are talking about today is not today. Now, this is the story of the Nigerian state until Aguiyi Ironsi. If I say I support Aguiyi Ironsi completely, I'm going to say no. Now let me tell you how this affects me. My guys, what Kano is doing now, what Arewa is doing now, or whatever the Sunday Boro, the Oduduwa is doing, they are learners. The first secessionist in Nigeria is this guy. Boro. Have you ever seen Boro? Go and check who Boro is. I'm not going to put their names down, so I want children to finish this, use the image and go and research on their own today. Boro was the first to fight for secessionists. He wanted freedom for his people. He called it the Niger Delta Republic. Have you heard of that? Hello? Boro said he won the Niger Delta Republic. It's dead now. I'm sending a message to my people. I'm from Niger Delta. And I want Tom Polo to listen to me today. So while you are sending happy birthday to a boy, how will Steve Boro look at you today? Me, I talk, because I'm not a child. If at my age now, anything happened to me, I'm not a child that died. I have lived my own fair share. Hey! Steve Boro was upset before this coup. Before this is we're talking about. When as the coup was going on, and Steve Boro could see that everybody now, that the cause of the fight, same like today, is fight for oil. Because until then, the North were doing their own farming. The Yoruba were doing their own cocoa farm. The Igbos were doing their own thing. until they now discovered that there's oil in the Niger Delta. Don't forget, it was also discovered in Bayelsa. And this movement started in Yenagoa. Boro was upset. I want you children to listen to me today. That, you guys are not ready to work anymore. You are not ready to feed on only what my people is sweating from. Meanwhile, there is high level of environmental degradation in the area. If you guys are not going to change, we want to be free. He was arrested. Kai. By the very Igbo man. So that we can call ourselves names. You want to call tribe? Agoye Irosin arrested him. It was the government of Agoye Irosin that sentenced him to death because the offense was treason. And he was sentenced to death. Well, now the question I want you people to learn as you listen to me today is a deep one. Siboro was only asking for a country of his own, Niger Delta Republic. That offended the Nigerian government to the extent, and they say, you will see what you find today. What did they do? He was charged with treason, found guilty, sentenced to death. Whoa. I want you to understand where this whole thing came from. It didn't start today. Steve Boro, I'm going to repeat this a lot on this. You're going to hear more about Steve Boro now because I want to shame some people in the Niger Delta too. That will be another discussion. Steve Boro was the first person. You know, today, there's nothing like Niger Delta Republic. Nobody talks about it. You know what surprised me? Same thing I've seen now. Have you seen the Biafra map? The Biafra map will go and include Niger Delta. It's part of Biafra map because they want the oil. I'm talking. The Oduduwa will draw their map. They will go and they will include the Niger Delta because they want the Niger Delta oil. Arewa said we are not even part, that we are part of them. That as far as they are concerned, they own us. Hello? Now, so we, the people in the Niger Delta, are we human beings or not? No. So the Igbo people, the past came calling. I am sorry. It was your brother, Agoye Irosin, that sentenced Siboro to death. And this guy would have been killed. No, he eventually died. Had there not been another coup. Because as at the time, Agoye Irosin already, the government of Irosin already sentenced Boro to death. The Nigerian government were going to sentence him. Fortunately or unfortunately, there was a coup. That coup saw the death of Agoye Irosin. Now, a new government is in town. What was the new government looking for? He's not looking for friends. You know, when you have enemies, because in fact, it was Agoye Irosin that arrested, I'm sure it's Agoye Irosin that arrested and put Awolowo in prison. So you can understand. They didn't kill him till they were in prison. I don't know where they keep Nnamdi Kanu with them. I am always saying something to learn. That if the Kaki boys come, they are not going to come after me. Look at what you are doing now. They will be after you. I'm not going to talk about that now. Anyway, go on. Cool is what I see the death of Agoye Irosin. That ended that chapter. We now go on with one Nigeria. Go on. That was what that led to the civil way to. Now, the death of Agoye Irosin catalyzed the division in the country more. Because there was this massive hatred of tribalism. The North did not only kill Agoye Irosin with Gowonku, they were killing every Igbo man they see in the North. They begin to kill them. So it was not happening in the military alone. People were being killed, just like you see Christians being killed today. If you like it or not, the people that are really being targeted. We know they're killing Muslims, but they are more after the Christians. But these boys are not only after Christians. So you're going to see that Boko Haram are doing something. Oh. I'm not supporting them, but they are going to come after the enemies, the true enemies. Boko Haram will listen to me one day, and they're going to turn their bullet on the real enemy. You will see. Yes, if America don't come on time. Because there will be God intervention this year. I am sorry. It is time for God to intervene, and He's intervening. Now, the death of Agoye Irosi, that coup of Gowon, saw bloodshed, especially of the Igbos, because they are now fighting Agoye Irosi. And to be fair to people in the Niger Delta, we were more or less relieved. Let me tell you, Agoye Irosi was the one that killed Akintola. Nnamdi Kanu was alive. As if that one was not bad enough. When we now asked for a republic, Niger Delta Republic, it was Agoye Irosi that was going to kill Boro. Gowon tried to make us his friend. He now set Boro free. Look at this. Gowon said, no, we're not, the sentence was reversed. If you are from the Niger Delta Republic, then you'll be happy with Gowon, right? So we went for it. We went for it. In fact, for those of you now who are making mad, if it's not people like them, Boro, they would have been Midwest. Because he sweat. So what? Because these were people, it was his agitation that led to the creation of those places you see. And we're going to come to that another day. Let's watch carefully. Nigerians, I am giving my own analysis. It may be wrong. If you reach your turn, say your own. I am a Nigerian. I am a child of history. I am almost 60 years old. This war we're talking about was when I was born. Boro would have been killed by an Igbo man for fighting for Niger Delta Republic. Written down, clear, it's an Igbo man that almost did that. Let's get this. We're not dividing today, so we can know where we are. And when I talk about the problem in Nigeria that is beyond Christianity and Islam, you guys don't listen to me. Was this an issue of Christianity and Islam? No. If you like, don't follow me. Of course, I don't even have before. I don't mind. My job is to do this. I'm not looking for money. Now, this guy, Boro, was eventually killed in 1968. They call it in line of duty. I'm sure it's the same Nigerian government that would have said, go and kill him now, because this guy is going to be a problem. Because they brought him out to fight for them. So he was enrolled into the army and he was fighting alongside with the Nigerian army. He was a hero. How many of you, those of you who are children of history, those of you who say will be filmmaker, when I not get people from that place? I saw this young lady, what's her name? Former AGM president made a film about the Ijaw culture. This is an Ijaw man. I thought Nigeria going to make a film about him. Boro. Kai, let's not go there. Today is a day. Children, I said, pick your pen and write. Boro. Boro. May your soul rest in peace, bro. Now let's go. Ojukwu couldn't take the killings in the north because they were carrying these people back home in bean bags. The Igbos were being slaughtered only because Agoye Irosi was fighting for one Nigeria. And you have to give Agoye Irosi credit because his own, he wasn't fighting anybody. He was saying that Nigeria should be one. Let's come together. Let's move. If that's why he centralized the economy. Because the only reason now why you're doing this, you want this, you want this, you want this. So let's put the money together. And I agree with him because that is what the European did. The European Union, you see today, when there's no more war in Europe, It's because they now choose to control the steel and everything together. That's the end of the local war in Europe. Because they are the cause of the First World War and the Second World War. They don't go and read history. They call it World War, but this is their war, really. Anyway, let's move. And going IROC, anger led to the killings because he said he's an Igbo man. The Hausa man, anywhere you see an Igbo man, he becomes your enemy and you start to kill them. It was that killing that said Ojukwu said, this country, we can no more be one. Fred, you guys kill Agoye IROC. That's fair enough. Now, the killing of ordinary Igbo men on the street in the north is unacceptable. Come home, let's break the country. Ojukwu had no choice but to make that decision. Now, today, I'm sure if anybody had the power, if I do, I probably would have said, listen, Tinubu says you cannot save my people. To hell with you. I'm no more part of this country. Because it was the duty of a government to protect the lives and properties of the citizens. We're not doing so now. Anyway, I'm not going to go along that line. Ojukwu had no choice but to go to war. That was the time I was born. A little bit of history. So now let's roll the thing quickly forward. Yesterday, I had this image of Ojukwu that went on and on and on and on. But before I try to dodge this big topic, and I try to be quiet, for those of you that knows this image very well, this is Ken Sarowa. Again, from the same Niger Delta. He tried to follow what Boro did. Again, he wasn't even fighting for a new country, or he didn't do it that much. The environmental degradation, which is still there now. This whole money that you Nigerians are enjoying, talking of oil money, is costing us in the Niger Delta high-level pollution. Let me put it this way. I know you guys will not like this. This money you are sharing today in Nigeria that makes Nigeria a wealthy nation, that you, the Yoruba man, the Hausa man, we are Agbada, they misbehave. It's the sweat. It's the sweat. It's coming from my area. Let me put it that way. It's coming from the Niger Delta. But the painful part of it is that it leaves us with degradation. Our environment is destroyed. We used to be farmers. We used to do fishing. Go there now. Tom Polo, listen to me. What did he do? Ken Sarowa, a wonderful writer. We know him, man. He rose to say, let us stop this. Abacha, even against all odds, even when Pope John Paul was telling him not to kill this man, Abacha executed him. Maybe going back to this new Nigerian national anthem is really good. Nigeria, we be. I don't know where I am anymore. Because as I go into this topic, I get emotional. And I think I have right to be. Ken Sarowa was killed by the Abacha government. Again, this is not an Igbo man. It's an Hausa man from Kanu that killed him. So we want to put tribe to it because that is what is dividing us. Hopefully when I finish this presentation, anybody that watch it will be saying, okay, maybe some things are hidden from us. Let's get it straight. Ken Sarowa was killed. Again, if I tell you today, if I ask you one question, why do you think the Boko Haram are fighting? Why do you think this killing is happening? And I want you to ask yourself, what do you think is really behind all these things that is going on? What are they fighting for? Is Boko Haram fighting for Allah? I doubt it. The Boko Haram they are playing the biddings of the Northern Caliphate. That we should hold Nigeria is our own. I don't know where they got that from. But you know the truth. These guys are innocent. They are not even aware of the whole history, which I'm giving now. Because the bottom line is the control of the resources, which led to the first coup. Because at the First Republic, Ojukwu was no more, before Ojukwu, sorry, the North were no more interested in the pyramid. There's too much money coming from oil. The Yoruba man was no more interested in his cocoa. There was too much money coming from oil. The Igbo man forget their trade. There was money coming from oil. There was the fight. The corruption was going on. They forgot that the money is coming from somewhere. Niger Delta Republic, which is still coming from till today. And that is what led to the first coup. And it's still what you can see now with Boko Haram. Because Boko Haram is now being told by the northern politicians. Have you guys forgotten? I will make the country ungovernable for you, Goodluck Jonathan. It's now uncomfortable for you, Tinubu. I don't have pity for Tinubu. No way. Because it was ungovernable. You were part of those that made it ungovernable for Goodluck. It's not going to be ungovernable for you. Listen, this cycle will go on and on and on and on. But Boko Haram, if you ask me, they are playing. They are being told that there is a common enemy. Indirectly, that their enemy is from Islam. But the people send them know that the enemy is from money. The money is coming from Niger Delta. Do you ask Erufai if the money is talking about, if na in Kano State now they produce the money? If na Kaduna State now they produce the money? Does the money come from Kaduna State? Erufai, the money you are talking about that belongs to Nigeria, is it produced from your state? You, Tinubu, you that is claiming to be #1 Nigerian sentencing Kanu today, the money you are spending, is it from your place? I'm talking as a secessionist now. Maybe there's time we realize this. Because this has been the problem of the Nigerian state. And we don't seem to understand this. I should be afraid to present this, but I have to do it. I only want to ask you people one question. Why keep Sarowa on the screen? The money you people are fighting for, the truth is, the Boko Haram is not fighting for Islam. The killing of Christians is something like that. Look what happened in those days, exactly the way they were killing the Igbos. It's a tribal war. Who caused it? Politicians. The way go on, you are still alive. And you can see this today. The way you were instigating your people to kill the Igbo men. Igbo people then is where modern politicians are now instigating Boko Haram to kill anyone they can see. Of course, if they cannot see Christians, they will kill the next person. Cause turmoil, make the country ungovernable, so that power will come back to them. What are they going to do with the power? Steal money. The question is, even when the power gets to you people in the north, what have you done with it? Have you even helped your local people? That's why I'm going to instigate them to beat you up. Have you been able to create an economy for the north? No! Only few people in the north are very rich. The poor, the north have the highest number of poor people in the country as we speak. So what am I going to be worried about? Somebody raised an issue with me today and I said, do I need to worry about that? That woman is a loser. Somebody that God has punished. You got yourself burnt. You still want to steal more. Is it that the Christ is going to answer you? I leave you for God. Many people are wicked. I'm not afraid because at the end I'll be free. You should talk. Jesus Christ said, weep for yourself and your children, not for me. Nigerians, I want to keep Ken Sarowa on the screen for some time and ask ourselves, do we know where we're coming from? If somebody tells you today that Boko Haram, why are they fighting in Nigeria? I have only one word to tell them. Having understood history, that they are fighting for oil money. Because the money that, what do you call it, Atiku want to be president over, he's not generating the money. He's not coming there to generate the money. Nigeria is rich. Rich at whose cost? No. Let's get it clear. You guys don't want to hear this, right? Yeah, nobody in Nigeria want to hear this because I'm from the minority. That's good. But Nigeria is very rich, right? Yeah, very rich. So Nigeria is so rich that now we cannot divide the country. Yes, we cannot divide it. The Igbo man, meanwhile, the Igbo man want to be divided when he saw war, when they were killing his people, or the way they are killing them now, like Kanu now, is fighting to break away. But then we were not allowed to go. Niger Delta Republic was not allowed. The Igbo man caused it. Bro, we're going to say the truth so that we can reconcile it properly. Now, the Hausa man, he has tasted oil so much, he's trying to be president. President over which money? Is it coming from the north? Is it the Grand Pyramid that's going to bring that money? You are fighting to go and take over Nassau Rock? It's coming from the Niger Delta Republic. In fact, you have continued to oppress us. I still have to talk. It was your brother. Somebody was trying to justify who Abacha is. I said, I'm the one who's going to make a movie about Abacha. I can't wait to make that movie. Can you ever forgive Abacha with the killing of Sarowa? For those of you who are now saying Abacha was a great man, yes, can you explain the killing of Ken Sarowa? What did Sarowa do? That's somebody that said, I want freedom for my own people. He must die. The environmental degradation in my area is unacceptable. That person must die. Nobody's talking now. Tom Polo is not playing to the gallery. There was a time when there was a movement in the Niger Delta again. But it was it was not more than a movement. It was a child play. Why was it so? Because, I didn't download that image, unfortunately. Now, when I see Asari come out to talk, he talk like a nuisance. He knows me one-on-one. Somebody I respect a lot. But if you are doing now, just open your mouth and close it up. This was not what Boro fought for. Anytime you will die for Tinubu. Tinubu don't enter now. You don't die. And I want you guys to be very careful. You know why I'm saying this? The only time we see Tinubu act as a president was again for people in the Niger Delta. He sent the governor straight to hell with you. Fubara, get out of that office. What was he fighting for? Oh, yeah. Tinubu is not doing anything. He wasn't fighting for Bara. He was fighting for the oil. The oil must be secured for the Nigerian state. Why not? Even whether we die or not, it must be secured for the Nigerian state. Are you kidding me? The only reason we are fighting today is oil. I can tell you now, if you want to give the Igbo man his country, he's not going to get our oil because we're going to break that bridge, River Niger. So the Yoruba man, you're not coming here. So as you're trying to break, they break out. Those your stupid map you guys drew The Oduduwa, draw your map. Come and include us. You see, you guys are stupid, man. You see how naughty we are. Our solution is still the United States of Nigeria, which I'm going to talk about tomorrow. I'm going to talk about it till I die. Nigeria is a blessing. You people are the cause of the trouble, and we are all guilty. Did I say it correctly? The Igbo man is guilty. The Yoruba man is guilty. The Hausa man is guilty. Donald Trump, we are not having a genocide on Christianity. It's some set of idiots fighting control over oil. If there were to be no oil in Nigeria, we would have broken long ago. If the Igbo man want to go, why don't you stop him? What does it cost you? If the Yoruba man want to go, who stop you, sir? Disappear. If Hausa man want to go, please let Arewa go. You guys forgot that somebody, the first person to call for a divided Nigeria was an Ijaw man. Tom Polo. I look for you. Wait, Tom Polo now. I get one image of Tom Polo for you just now. Make I put her for the screen. You see, I will look for you after the break. Bringing two of you back. Why am I saying this? Why? The biggest show I've ever presented is scary. Because I know today I'm going to touch on everybody. Have I said the Yoruba man free? No. Have I said the Ijaw man free? No. Have I said the Igbo man free? No. Have I said the Hausa man free? No. Because we are not free. We are not innocent. The truth is, we lost track. Did I not tell you I'm a big fan of Agoye Irosin? Because he's the one that only person among all these people that we see here that fought for a united Nigeria, because the thing that was really causing the trouble was not resolved when Gowon came in. Agoye Irosin was saying that now that we are killing each other because of the money coming from here, the money coming from here, now the money is not coming to the central. From here we will share as brothers and sisters. He never knew that will stop some people from working, from doing what they need to do. Because now that the money is coming from the center, I'm going to get money from the center anyway. Whatever happened, I'm getting money from the center. And as God will help us, oil was pumping, oil was growing. So we have no reason to work. That is why we are where we are. Don't forget, good luck winning that one election. Good luck winning the election it was a child of accident. Yaradua died. That's how Goodluck became president of Nigeria. What did you do with it? If I call Goodluck one day, we'll go meet you. No! Nigerian state has never been nice to us in the Niger Delta. You have never been nice to us. Now, Ibori made his mistake. They were looting money, not that he's free. The other one, I never said, he was looting his own money, never free. But the only two governors that were head here under Ambassador, are you guys listening to me? The only two governors that must be dealt with, two, Ibori and Emisia. These were the two who were fighting for resource control. They should be killed. So why are you telling me to kill Ibori that is a thief or not? The question is, what has he done that you people didn't do that? Yaya Bello is that fool that stole all the money still there. What did he do? I don't know. What did Nnamdi do that he must be humiliated in London? I don't know. These guys were fighting for resource control. Obasanjo was ready to get these two children in prison at all costs, and he did. And that's why when I saw this stupid Okowa trying to do whatever he's doing, I just laugh. In a way, you're going to be held accountable. You're not a true Niger Delta man now. They know you are not. So you are not really their problem. Make Obori what he try now. They would deal with him. They've shown an example with Fubara already. Make Bayelsa State Governor not change hand. Make Akwa Ibom not change. Because there's a lot of money in this area. I am talking fact. There's so much money. Do you know that the money that comes to Delta State alone is equal to the same? If you put the whole money that is going to the southeast, count the states in southeast, Anambra, Enugu, Imo, Ebonyi, and Abia. The money, their monthly allocation, Delta State money is actually more than the money given to all those areas. Why? Because we are rich. Same with River State. Go and reach Akwa Ibom, then they float with money. Why I'm angry with these baggers from this area, like Rotimi and Amici and this wicked idiot and all of them that are frustrating them, body when it frustrates us. They are also a target of the federal government. Like Boro, like Kensaro Wiwa. Do I really want Nigeria to break? No. Do I think because it's coming from my area that the people should not share from it? No. But you should not share, you should not take it and sit on your fat ass. Invest it in the area so that we have agriculture in the north. Invest it in the place so that we can begin to be productive. You cannot just take all your money and begin to spend and the area is being deprived. So look at, go. Have you been to my place? Have you been to the Niger Delta where the oil is coming from? Have you been there? Have you people been there? And now Nigeria is calling me to be part of their fight. Which struggle am I part of today? And I'm wondering, let me tell you this. What happened to Kanu now will happen to every one of us. Even you watching me. Maybe in your own way. Kanu is not really their problem. I swear. If Kanu were from the Niger Delta, if he were to be Tom Polo, they would have killed him today. They would not even sentence him to life imprisonment. If Tom Polo were the one in the position of Kanu today fighting for Niger Delta Republic, not the Biafra, Niger Delta Republic, he would have been killed. Because he would be a more threat than Kanu to them. They're not worried about Kanu, man. Kanu is just a little threat to them. Kanu is not, because Kanu is not a problem. The problem is where the oil money is coming from. That's why Fubara must be quiet. That's why they make Tom Polo. Tom Polo, you're getting 4 billion naira every month. And I ask you, sir, where are you getting that money? I'm going to talk. Where do you think you're getting that money? You think you're very smart? Oh, your company won the bid, right? You guys are joking, man. I am no more a child. I was born during the Civil War. I senior yourself some of now. Born in 1967. I'm no more a child. All these things, all this time one will wear for Europe. If I did home, I'm tired for the chief now. What's wrong with you, man? Hey, I want to say everything I have in my mind today. If I say all, you guys will call me different names. But I want you to know the component of that decrease. Who I am. I didn't just get up one day and I said I want to do certain things. And even within this Niger Delta, it's not as if we are one. But at least, that's why the last time I said to the Yoruba, the Shekiri man and the Igbo man, and the Shekiri man, the Yoruba man and the German, are you not stupid? I'm going to use this upon to talk to them. Are you not stupid to fight tribal war? The German, the Shekiri man, the Yoruba man, are you not stupid to be fighting tribal war? Look at your place where the oil is coming from. Look at Lagos, look at Abuja, made from your money. Look at where you are staying. Tom Polo, you're getting 4 billion naira. You think you have a life? Sorry. The blood of Isaac Boro is crying. The blood of Ken Saro-Wiwa is crying. You're sitting on. Now, the last thing you did is happy birthday to Niru Rubado. For what? Did you say happy birthday to me? Tompolo, you say happy birthday to Rubado. What did Rubado do for you? What has he done for you that you sending him happy birthday because he's in government? What is wrong with our people? Ibori well na day. I'm confused. I'm ashamed. Thoroughly ashamed. Like I presented the show, we have been thoroughly miseducated. Like I said, Nigeria. If I want a divided Nigeria today, I will say it. If I want the Niger Delta Republic, I will say it now. I want the United States of Africa. That's the only luck you guys have. I'm a bigger fan of Dr. Nkrumah of Ghana. I'm a fan of Marcus Garvey. In fact, I am their followers. Because their philosophy is clear. You're going to see that when you see me talk, I'll be telling you to build a country of your own within the same country. What am I trying to say? No, I'm saying that we all can survive if we grow if we grow the economy in our local area. It will affect the local at the bigger level. Let those who are fighting for oil, let them fight for oil. Let me say this. Dangote is important today. Dangote is not into oil, but he's now the one refining oil because he has been able to carve a niche for himself. When President Obasanjo wanted to set up refinery, cement factory, when he now have issues, like he rightly said here, what did he do? It was a Dangote he called. Who are you in the scheme of things? You see why I'm saying that growing your own economy is the solution? Like in tomorrow's show, from next week, I'll be talking about the different economy that is in the country. Not that I've not touched upon it before, but I'm going to talk about the true United States of Nigeria, which is already there, which is what we should be thinking about in order to create the United States for Africa. Now, are they killing in the north yet? Are they genocide in the north yet? Yes. Is this good for us? No. Like I said, if you ever say to me that I've never condemned the arrest of Kanu, you are mad. But do I support Biafra? No. Otuduwa, Umba, Arewa, Kai, and Mesput. We need to move forward. Because none of you even have a mouth to say, because the people that should be angry should be the Niger Delta, and they started it, and you kill them. Go on, you know what I'm saying? Thank God they're still alive. You kill them. Abacha killed this one. Go on. You guys know. You guys cannot explain the death of Boro. Yeah, he died in the line of duty in 1968. The guy was set, when the war started in 1967, he was set free. He was enrolled into the army. He was fighting for the Nigerian army. He's happy to be free now. He was in prison. Like Tompolo now. When they sent Tompolo out from that in jungle, is Tompolo not playing the bidding now? They tell us, if you don't do this, we'll kill you. Tompolo is not a very rich man. At the cost of his own people. Now tell me, say Tompolo, they helping people. Now they joke. Tompolo, the question I asked Tompolo is this. Do you know how much you are making if they give you 4 billion every month? Imagine how much you're making from your place. And I'm not saying you should go and fight them. But the question is, now that we know that we have only one weapon, which is economic freedom, why don't we come together? I am so ashamed of every single one of you in the Niger Delta. That the new revolution I'm talking about is the economic revolution. Where the ordinary man from the Niger Delta can now make a living for himself. It's not about going war anymore. It's not about fighting for a Niger Delta Republic, but beginning to own our own refineries and begin to refine our oil and make our own money. Because God gave it to us. Did the federal government of Nigeria stop you? The answer is no. But you choose to collect 4 billion naira every month because you have a security outfit and now you're a very rich man. I am not for you, sir. Thank you very much, for people. This is Daddy Chris. I'm going to go on a quick break. When I come back, we're going to talk Mona no best. And I'm going to look at, I'm going to bring it back to the new government. But let's go on a quick break. Don't go away. Stay with me. I'll be right back.
Find your sanctuary in the heart of the city. Live the life you deserve in an exquisite apartment. SRTV Luxury Shortlet Apartment, Lagos, is a place where your comfort is rest assured. Welcome to SRTV Shortlet Apartment, part of the prestigious SRTV Real Estate family. Why choose us? Prime location, nestled in the heart of Lagos, close to key attractions, business hubs, and vibrant nightlife. Modern interiors, fully furnished, stylish apartments designed to provide the ultimate comfort. Luxury redefined, vacation perfected. 24/7 security. Enjoy peace of mind with round-the-clock security and CCTV surveillance. Top-notch amenities, high-speed Wi-Fi, smart TV, air conditioning, fully equipped kitchen, and lots more. Perfect for business travelers, family vacations, romantic getaways, special events, and more. Book your stay today and experience Lagos like never before. Call +234 8143 582856 or +447 4388 93190 or email us at realestate@superiorradiotelevision.com. SRTV Shortlet Apartment, where comfort meets luxury.
Welcome back, people. Welcome back. Welcome back. You know, I don't think it's a very beautiful broadcast, and I know many people will not be happy with me today, but it's a very difficult one, and I don't have a choice but to pour this out. Why this is important is I want us to learn from history and be careful how we navigate our path forward. Now, I've been able to, in a way, in my own book, I thought I must have been able to identify the cause or the root of our problems. I trace it straight back to before independence, the after independence, the first coup in Nigeria. What has been going on since then? It becomes a playground. Nigeria becomes a playground for every idiot to misbehave. The only question I ask is, what are they fighting for? You know, sometimes I wanted to sit down with Kanu and I asked Kanu one day, I said, Kanu, I wanted to sit down with the guy. I said, Chief, what's your vision for Biafra Republic? I really wanted to know. You know, it's one thing to say I want to be free, yeah, but I'm trying to get it. And maybe if I sit down with Kanu for some minutes, we might be able to come to a conclusion that maybe what he's really actually looking for is a fair society for every one of us. Kanu does not hate you, an Hausa man. In his heart, he doesn't. He does not hate the Yoruba man. He's talking about the injustice in the country. You know, when you are fighting for injustice, the only thing you can do is trace it to your own. Like if I'm going to talk about injustice in Nigeria today, I will trace it to the Niger Delta, where I come from. In fact, if you guys watch my show, I've been crying that in Nigeria, the Yoruba man are the most deprived. We are fifth in population. Let me say this. Fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are fifth in population. Fifth in population. We don't even have a state. The only state we have is in Asaba. It's in the Igbo land. They are now actually fighting for Anioma state. We don't have the power to fight now. We don't have anybody to fight for us. Are we crying today? No. Do we have the power to cry? Yes. Can we cry? No. The only time an Yoruba man came out to cry, he was called out the biggest thief in the world. The body, he cannot clean his name because he made some mistakes. Obasanjo will tell some of the truth. Because Obasanjo is one brutal human being. You know, Obasanjo, I told you before. First, you have to apologize to the fella family, and you need to tell us what really provoked you. In the case of Iberi and Emisia, was it that they stole money, or they were fighting for Niger Delta Republic in your own way? Hey, don't forget, without Ibori came, and Ibori was telling the Obasanjo government, we need to restructure the Nigerian economy. He fought for the oh, he talked about the allocation of the resources. So that's how we got what we got now. You may not like Ibori or not. Who is this one? Who's going to do it? Who is this? Listen, I'm going to talk. Oh, if you allow me to talk, I will talk. Because I'm not bringing the matter home. Listen, I'm not fighting for Niger Delta Republic. Would I love to see it? Yes. But is it going to benefit me on the long run? No. Because I have a friend. I wouldn't be talking about him. No, let me not go there. Because in London here now, I just met a guy from Kuwait, and he was telling me about Kuwait, the country, and it's fascinating. But they are too small to actually make an impact. Do you know that 90% of the people in Kuwait are foreigners? Listen, let's get this clear. We need to move, man. But we need to be sincere with one another. Tinubu, I've seen you display it before. Just like Obasanjo did in his time. You displayed it with Fubara. I've never forgiven you, sir. Now you sentence Kanu. Fubara has not even actually fight for his state too, because the person who's going to help you control the money there, Wiki, is there telling you all kinds of lies. You followed Fubara, you send him away, you send his back now. Thank you very much. The Nigerian government, when you are in that seat of power, there's one place you see. There's one place you don't play with. And that place is what? Is the Niger Delta. When ROC was there, he saw. Let me finish. He saw the threat coming from Zigboro. That was the time of Agoye ROC. He captured him, sentenced him to death, about to be executed before the coup. It wasn't pardoned. It was go on. Now look for another way to make friends. Take him in, and eventually they kill him. Don't worry, we're not going to that now. Let's forget about that. But he's our hero. Buru, what did he say wrong? What has he done against the Nigerian state? He only asked for his people who are producing the oil that are suffering in the midst of their own wealth to be free. You killed him. Buru. See, when the blood of Buru now begin to circulate, because there's something that will happen. We started killing ourselves in Nigeria. The Niger Delta was no more part of it. You started killing yourself. The Yoruba man, the Hausa man, and the Igbo man, you are good at killing yourselves. In the fight for what you people are not actually the owner. Sorry. I know if I say this, I will prison. Yes. Is the oil that you are fighting for, is it from your place? Why don't you try and bring back cocoa? Cocoa can make more money than anything. The Yoruba land is full of so much wealth. Why did you people stop? Why is it today that the only thing you people can think of is oil? The north had so much to do with farming. Look at it. The land is bleeding. Oh, there's so much in the north. So much. Listen, Tafawa Balewa was not waiting for money from oil to grow his own people and his own economy. Where is it? All these Ariwa people you are talking now. Sorry, guys. I know not all of you are that cheap. all of them want to get to Aso Rock so that you can share oil money. Do you people know how much money is the money that's come to Aso Rock? Where is it coming from? It's oil. Have you people asked yourself, Nigeria, where is this money coming from? That was why somebody called Isaac Boro in the past was angry that the oil coming from his place, they have nothing to show for it. Upon it, all they had with them is environmental degradation. He asked for Niger Delta Republic. He was sentenced to death. Ken Saro-Wiwa asked questions about the oil degradation in the area, the environmental, the pollution. He was sentenced to death. He was actually hanged by a Abacha government. The blood of innocent Nigerians. Now, Kano is only asking that, listen, if you're not going to give justice, because if you imagine what is going on, really, the only reason I agree with the Igbo people sometimes is really it displayed during the time of Peter Obi. So in this case now, we're not going to get the best. Don't forget, we're not fighting for Peter Obi because he's an Igbo man. If that is what people think, no. I am with Peter Obi because of his ideology, of what he can see. He's not thinking of how to get one Igbo place or one day. He's trying to get us a better Nigeria. A Nigeria that grows wealth in every corner. You see, Peter is the only one that works with me in thinking. You know why I say so? Because the problem of the Nigerian state is not really Boko Haram. It's not Kanu. It's not this. It's the fact that we are not making money from every corner. Peter said, now that we still have quality money coming from oil, we're not more going to allocate revenue. Instead, we're going to allocate production. So let Kano be producing this. We will be funding it, but you will be producing it, because you will not come to Abuja, I become president of Nigeria today, you will not get any allocation. All these stupid things you are talking about is over. No allocation is coming to you. You only come to us with a plan in Aso Rock, what you want to do with money, and we will do it with you. Nigerian government will make money and the state will make money. I will not share money. There will be no revenue allocation every month. Your state will make money in partnership with the federal government. You will control 70%, federal government will take only 30%. I agree. If we do that, no, Nigeria, listen to me. If we do that, there will be peace in the land already. You know why? Don't you ask yourself why they want to go to Aso Rock? It's a fight to go to Aso Rock. That's why Boko Haram is there. Boko Haram is disorganizing Tinubu's government so they can win the next election. The way they disorganize, I will make the country ungovernable. Buhari don't die now. But some of the shit, when the shit like this place. When people are making country ungovernable, don't forget that the people you made to help you to make the country ungovernable, they're going to come after you one day. It's not going to be too long. That's where we find ourselves. So if you ask me, Peter way is still the best way for us. Let's not be tribal, man. I've been able to express myself as an Urubu man, but let's not be tribal. I'm not going to follow Kanu, but I will never attempt to put Kanu in prison. Somebody I'll be working with. Kanu is somebody you can work with. Actually putting him in prison, you're actually making him a martyr. You're making him stronger. You're very so stupid, man. Why do you want to do that? I don't understand these people, man. The moment they put Nelson Mandela in prison, they make Nelson Mandela stronger. The killing of Jesus Christ, make in the name of Jesus Christ, oh God, I didn't they didn't kill Jesus. What do you think would have happened? It would have been one of those that came and gone. But they made a mistake, they killed him. Killing him help us. I agree. His blood now speaks for us. Facts. Whether you agree that Jesus Christ, most of you Muslims, we agree that Jesus Christ was the child of God or is not the child of God, is this and that. But the blood of Jesus Christ that was killed by us human beings, not God, though, is what is not speaking for us. You see, the blood of Isaac Boro, you guys didn't know, it spoke. The blood of Ken Saro, did Abacha not see it? Nnamdi Kanu, it spoke. Don't play with the blood of a human being. Don't you dare. The blood of fella, una get locks on not kill fella. But now waiting frustrate Obasanjo. Obasanjo was careful. But the blood of all these people you kill around there, now frustrate Obasanjo till now. Obasanjo, you know how you managed to get it. You were going to die in prison. You were going to die in prison. You got a second chance. There's nobody like you on earth. You should wake up in the morning and kneel down now and thank God for your second chance. That's why if you do anything more again, I will just be sorry for you. Because you had the second chance already. Are you looking for a third chance? Anyway, Nigerians, my message today is a little bit of a very, I don't even know what I'm saying, to be fair to you. But I think you get it because I didn't speak for myself today. Sometimes I come on this show, let me tell you the truth. I come on the show and allow God to speak for me. Anything you hear from my mouth, it's either devil is speaking or God is speaking. But I know God speaks with true me because my intention is pure. I'm not here to make money. I'm not here to destroy you. I'm here fighting for a beautiful land. Like Nelson Mandela said, I have dedicated my life to the struggle of the black people, especially that of Nigerians. I can't do that in Africa without starting from Nigeria. Nigeria being the biggest black nation on earth is a good place to start. And I see opportunity here. The same thing I'm saying to you now, that what we need in Nigeria right now is productivity. It's what I say to them in Ghana. It's what I say to them everywhere. And my message to them is, divided, you're going to fall. We need the United States of Africa, like what Dr. Krumah was saying. Because my experience in Europe have taught me that when people unite and they go into production, in that way, there's no force that can stop them. Nobody's forcing you. Nobody's failing you, black man. It's you that is failing yourself right now. Because nobody stops you from uniting and forming the United States of Africa, which would have made your life better today. Instead, you're killing one another. You're putting Kanu in prison. Kanu, you will be calling to go and sit down. Let's talk about the United States of Africa. You're talking about killing him or putting him in prison. Are you mad? He's not stupid. Now you're creating another mountain. You're putting another man in prison who's going to come out and nobody will ever forget Kanu as long as he's in prison. Leave him in his village. What are you going to do? Kill you? Whatever he was preaching, why don't you preach against it? And the pastor's not preaching. We have two things going on in Nigeria today. The government of Nigeria cannot actually begin to counter whatever you're going to say. We have Christians preaching, Muslims preaching. Is it not the one that you follow? Follow, I mean, forget it, man. Anyway, I'm going to go quickly and try and end this show because I don't think I want to say more because I'm going to offend more people more. And that's not my intention. So sometimes let me be quiet. But I really want to say, may the soul of Ken Saro rest in peace. May the soul of Isaac Boro rest in peace. May the only man that ever fought for a United States of Nigeria, may his soul rest in peace. I'm talking of Agoya Ironson. And the modern way of doing things, every time when I talk now, we now live in an AI world where we don't need to go to the digital world anymore. AI has helped us to unite so many things now. So maybe in the AI world, the Peter ideology is the way forward, that we become productive in our own way and still be united. That the Nigerian government begin to trade with every one of you, anywhere you are. Kano State, you're going to show me your business. You don't expect money from me. You are out of your mind. That I'm going to share money from you for Abaso Rock every month. For what? Because you're a Nigerian? Oh, Sokoto, you're going to get money because you're a Nigerian every month? Abia, you're going to get money because you're a Nigerian every month? or Lagos, you're going to get, you are out of your mind. You're going to get what you deserve. So you will go and work so that we can all have a beautiful nation. That will be my proposal. And I'm going to ask for the United States of Nigeria, not in the so-called, you see now, like I said to myself, and you're going to hear this again from me. What is cis geopolitical zone? Not June, not cis zone, not cis economic zone, geopolitical, not socio-economic, not even economic zone. We're going to change that word from cis geopolitical zone to cis economic zones. And Delta State will be called a country within Nigeria. So we're going to have Delta State, Delta country. You will have a brand to work. You have Rivers, Kanu, Akwa Ibom. It's time you wake them up so they can be productive. Peter, that is the thing we're going to do when you become the president. Because Tinubu can't see the light. Unfortunately. Tinubu, if you go for what I'm saying now, I'm with you. I don't care. I'm sure Peter will even be supporting you. We are looking for one beautiful land called Nigeria. It's not about being president. It's about a prosperous nation. You are struggling. As it is, don't you ask yourself, what's the way forward? Now, get those people who are killing us, get them busy. Let them start to work. And the only way you're going to get them work is to work with them. You see, an idle man is the devil's workshop. The country around is a docile place. You can see everywhere they're doing nothing. Have you gone around the country? They're doing nothing. Every time you see a governor in Nigeria, he's going to commission road. Let me talk. Every time you see a governor, he's going for infrastructure. I'm not talking of only Delta State, in the whole country. Because that is what they thought they are supposed to be doing. We need to turn that around. You must see yourself as a country, producing your own food, your own economy, trying to be richer than the rest. So you will not wake up and begin to construct roads. You will think of how your economy is going to grow. If the construction road is going to bring money for you, you will feed yourself because we will not be getting money from federal government. My daughter finished, and we're going to get that to play. And I know people cannot deal with this, but that is who I am, and that is what I will be preaching for. The trouble we are going through today is not, let me repeat, our true enemy is not Boko Haram, but those people that are using Boko Haram to see that they can come and control oil. The question I ask you is, when you get to that Aso Rock self, what are you controlling? Have you seen now that the latest trend is when you become the president of the United States of Nigeria, you're automatically the minister of petroleum. The president Buhari came up, he said, when you are the president of Nigeria, you automatically become the minister of petroleum. Make I ask the petroleum man, okay, where's the petroleum coming from? That's why Harrison was mean when he heard that this man was about to do something. And that was why Abacha was quick to kill this man. That was why Ibori is going to be called a thief till he die. I'm not saying Ibori is free. Tompolo, I'm looking at you because I don't see a governor there. This one, I will not talk about Oboriwori. Oboriwori doesn't have this capability. He's not thinking. He doesn't get the power. He's not made up of that. That's why when I'm talking of the leader today, I'm not talking of Ibori. I'm talking of Tompolo. I'm talking of Ibori. These are the leaders. Guys, now you guys going to do something for me in my lifetime. Ibori, Tompolo, go a meeting today, Niger Delta Summit, to come to constitute a refinery. Let's start with that. To start to grow our own economy. Now that we have the little money that they are still sharing for us. We have so much fish in our area. Man, come on, let's do something. Let us do it, and not tomorrow, now. Thank you very much for joining me. And let's say again, Ken Sarowa, rest in peace. Boro, rest in peace. And let me say one thing to you people. For those of you that don't know we exist, I'm not an Ijaw man, I'm a Yoruba man. For those of you who are Ijaw people, now they fall our hand. You see, the people are called now, they are Ijaw men. Ijaw man not be ordinary man. In fact, in the history, I was following a guy who was saying the oldest tribe in Nigeria is the Ijaw tribe. Not Hausa. No, the oldest tribe in Nigeria is the Ijaw tribe. What's wrong with you? Tompulo 4 billion naira is what? I only said this so that we can wake up. This is not the time to fight, but this is not the time to wait for 4 billion naira from Aso Rock. It's time to build the economy of our area, which God has so blessed. Thank you very much for joining me. We'll do this again and again. My name is Chris, and this is the African Renaissance Television. Let me have a break. It's weekend, and it's very cold in the studio. I forgot to wear my jacket. I don't want to wear it in the middle of the show. Thank you for joining me. We'll be here again on Monday, and it will be State of the Nation. God bless you. Bye.
Find your sanctuary in the heart of the city. Live the life you deserve in an exquisite apartment. SRTV Luxury Shortlet Apartment, Lagos, is a place where your comfort is rest assured. Welcome to SRTV Shortlet Apartment, part of the prestigious SRTV Real Estate family. Why choose us? Prime location, nestled in the heart of Lagos, close to key attractions, business hubs, and vibrant nightlife. Modern interiors, fully furnished, stylish apartments designed to provide the ultimate comfort. Luxury redefined, vacation perfected. 24/7 security. Enjoy peace of mind with round-the-clock security and CCTV surveillance. Top-notch amenities, high-speed Wi-Fi, smart TV, air conditioning, fully equipped kitchen, and lots more. Perfect for business travelers, family vacations, romantic getaways, special events, and more. Book your stay today and experience Lagos like never before. Call +234 8143 582856 or +447 4388 93190, or email us at realestate@superiorradiotelevision.com. SRTV Shop.
That is either we reform the judiciary, which is allow INEC to be under the judiciary, or we need a world police to police us. Because the activities of our politicians is becoming unbearable. But what is really exciting is the debate surrounding our nation. We're going to be free. Is that we're going to